Hello, Isabel. Stoic si Isabel ngayon.
Alright.
Siyempre, kasama rin natin si Miss Andrea Daguno.
Hello,
Hi,
maulang
Andrea.
hapon po. Hello.
Maulang hapon. Siyempre, we are so honored today dahil we have a very special guest. She is actually, I've never met a Nobel Prize, nominee. And it's really quite an honor to have her. She's a journalist, a community leader, a former congresswoman, and now a senator. Siya po ang nagpasa ng cheaper medicines law sa Kongreso.
Fantastic.
Kaya po yung mga may maintenance dyan. Siyempre, pasalamat po tayo. Siya rin po ang nag-file sa Senado ng Marino Bill. And now she's filing the Balik Bayani Bill, which is reintegration po ng mga OFWs. Doon po sa mga viewers natin na seafarers wives, siya rin po yung nagpupush na masama ang mga OFW spouses sa solo parent bill na under deliberation po ngayon sa Senado. Welcome po,
Fantastic.
Senator Risa Hontiveros.
Yay!
Salamat sa
Senator.
pag-welcome. Hello sa mga kapwa-babae at lahat po ng mga tagapanood.
Magandang hapon po. Thank you po talaga at pinaunlakan niyo po yung aming invitation.
Basta ka-womenan po, Miss Arian, of course.
I get Miss Arian. Arian
Miss
lang.
Arian. Miss Arian.
So, kumusta po kayo? Kumusta naman po ang dahil I think si Senadora po, siya po talaga yung very, very good example ng woman up. Woman standing up for women. And which is the essence of woman up, is to really uplift women. Kamusta po tayo, Senador?
Well, tulad ng lahat natin, naninibago dito sa sinasabing nagiging new normal. But, hello?
Hello? Ito po, okay lang po.
Okay lang. And syempre trying to still be useful and helpful kahit learning to work mostly from home, online. Pero mukhang ito na talaga yung kailangan nating ma-internalize kasi di natin sigurado kailan matatapos yung pandemic. And then pagkatapos nitong quarantine na kinailangan natin, ang dami ring repair work na kailangan natin gawin sa ating ekonomiya. And well, lahat ng aspeto ng buhay ng ating mga pamilya, dito man or sa ibang bansa.
Opo, Sen, kasi po nakakatakot din. I mean, yung pandemic, it really shows you na kahit ano pong planong gawin natin sa buhay natin, hindi po talaga natin kontrolado ang lahat. Pero nakakatakot din po na nabasa ko nga po na may rise in domestic abuse.
Yes. Kasi nga, the irony is, kahit bago nitong pandemic, bago tayo kinailangan mag-quarantine, meron na sa hanay nating mga babae long-standing problems, kasama na nga yung domestic violence. And yung irony na dahil kailangan nating mag-quarantine, dahil nga may pandemic sa labas, sa buong mundo, hindi lang pala dito sa Pilipinas, even in other countries, nakaka-monitor ng rise, very unfortunate, pero rise in the incidence ng domestic violence. Kasi nga naman, kung kailangan nating nasa bahay, pero what if tayo yung victim or survivor ng domestic violence? Ibig sabihin, during quarantine, trap tayo sa loob ng bahay kasama nung aggressor. So, di ba, ang hirap ng choice Lalabas ka ba, makikipagsapalaran na baka mahawa sa coronavirus at magka-COVID-19? Or titiisin mo ba sa loob ng bahay samantalang maaring may isang tao dyan who is also threatening your own physical safety, pati nga mental health. So, double challenge yon, Miss Arian, para sa ating mga babae ngayon.
Yeah, parang yung movie dati, di ba? Yung Sleeping with the Enemy. Susie, you want to say something?
I appreciate the point of Senator Risa because I'm a clinical psychologist and I work with abuse. I work with abuse, and the issue from a social dimension is when the aggression is high, when the temperature is hot, when there is a sense of disparity in gender, there is violence in the atmosphere, the reactivity of a violent person, it becomes exacerbated, it becomes stronger.
Wow.
And it becomes now a challenge because the women all of a sudden have to put up with the situation, and therefore their victimization becomes stronger.
And more ano
Sorry.
din
No, I was also just going to agree with what Doctora was saying. So long-standing our gender issues, di ba, about sexism, about misogyny, yung sinasabi nating patriarchy, and so we have to keep on being creative, thinking of really effective but creative ways. Paano pa ring labanan ito even under conditions of pandemic and quarantine. Kaya for one, I've called on the DILG, the PNP, and our LGUs to increase, for example, the number of helplines na pwedeng tawagan ng mga women suffering from domestic violence in their house during quarantine. Tapos makapag-provide din sana sila, both our local government units at saka yung police natin, na mga safe houses where women, and even children who are suffering domestic violence can find a safe space. So it's really very challenging talaga.
It is. And it's really scary to be living with someone who, it's either you go out, you die of the virus, or you stay. And, you can even die from that, just from the fear, from the anxiety of being in the presence of your aggressor.
It's true. Hindi lang physical violence, but the mental violence or emotional violence. Yung economic din, kung hindi ka makalayo dun sa aggressor because you feel you don't have a way to sustain yourself and your children economically. Yun pa, the money aspect, it's also a challenge for our country kasi di tulad halimbawa ng, say, Canada, nakapaglaan sila ng 50 million Canadian dollars to set up shelters for battered women during the coronavirus pandemic. If I remember correctly, yung France, naglaan din sila ng 1 million euro for hotel accommodations for women fleeing domestic violence. So, iba yung ating financial situation dito sa Pilipinas. So, it's a multiple challenge for us, for us women to help protect each other even during this pambihirang panahon.
Actually, Senator, I saw this really horrifying video. It was when the pandemic started, and it was a video of this old man in India. I didn't get it because, and he was abusing a little girl.
Oh my God.
And I was really shocked at how it just came out of my news feed. And as you've na-mention nga po na there's also a rise in exploitation of children and women during the lockdown.
Miss Ariane, pati yung may kalulunsad lang na campaign against OSEC, yung online sexual exploitation of children. And grabe, netizens have been reporting the past several days yung mga Facebook pages, yung mga videos na binebenta allegedly on Telegram, selling videos, photographs, services, sexual services of children, Filipino children. Ngayon pa na naka-quarantine din sila, they have to stay at home. Sa mga may access sa internet, mas active sila online, dun pa sila patuloy at higit na bibiktimahin. So, nanawagan din ako sa NBI to go after these Facebook pages. Nag-respond na nga ang Facebook. We're trying to find a way to contact Telegram para mapagtulungan ng lahat, no? Gobyerno, private sector, civil society, to protect our children.
Susie?
The basality of the stressful situation creates a sense of lack of moral sphere because it is about survival all of a sudden. And the challenge with working with abuse, especially if it is online, is that they feel that the cognition is, if the child is not physically being harmed, then the abuse did not happen. So the thinking that if it's just video or if it's just verbal, it's not really abuse. It's just, well, hindi naman nasasaktan yung bata. They don't measure the sense of effect or impact to the mentality and the psychological being of the child. Coming also from the perspective of the child is seen as an object or as an ownership of the family. And the rights are not the same. And the parentage says, I own the child, and therefore I can do what I want with the child. And if the person is, if the parent has not been educated, the level of violence is higher. The stress in terms of the food and sense of security and safety is not there. The sense of the environment and the cultural thinking allows or does not punish as much that kind of violence, then you will have a challenge in these kinds of family situations.
But I guess that's something of a challenge that we are born with as with our gender. Like some people think they have authority over us, or that we should belong to someone. And I mean, even as simple as, ikaw kailan ka ba magpapatali? Bakit tali yung diba, yung term? May greetings po tayo ngayon. From Portia Ladrido, thank you po, Senator Risa. From Marco Carlobos, hi Risa, fan mo ako. And salamat hi everyone din po. Grabe, ang mga panelists, puro mga babae. Yes, kasi woman up. Galing po kay Roy Montesines, ganda pala ni Madam Senator.
Ay, nako. Ay, nako.
And galing kay Camps Perez, yes, Queens, let's go, girl power. Hello din po sa mga seafarers wives. At saka, galing po kay Selena Layson, Senadora Risa, consistent na champion ng kababaihan. And then galing po from Joseph David, I was following Senator Risa for a long time, and she was one of the few senators who gave help to us, mga OFWs. The quarantine hotels, grabe, napakarumi. Salamat, Senator, for sending out relief goods.
Wow.
Ma'am, baka pwede nating pag-usapan ng ating yung Marino Bill.
Yes po. Yes. So, ito nga pong Marino Bill, yung tinatawag din naming Magna Carta of Seafarers. Parang isang mini-konstitusyon ng mga seafarers. So, minamandato nitong bill na yung mga Filipino seafarers, pati yung mga nagtatrabaho sa foreign registered ships, hindi lang sa mga Pinoy ships. Lahat ng ships sa mundo, yung mga Pinoy seafarers doon, ayon sa bill na to, may karapatan sa disente at sa kaligtas na working conditions. May karapatan sila sa fair compensation at may karapatan silang mag-organisa. So kung may seafarers union sila or association, may karapatan sila mag-organisa at may karapatan din sila sa libreng legal representation. Sinasabi din sa bill na to, required na yung ating mga seafarers ay mabigyan ng access sa training at sa iba pang mga competence building programs sa affordable at reasonabling cost. And last but not the least, andito po sa Magna Carta of Seafarers na may mga procedures para kung kinakailangan yung repatriation and reintegration, dapat i-enforce yung karapatan ng ating mga seafarers sa ganitong maayos na proseso at explicitly binibigyan ng obligasyon ang ating government agencies, partikular ang DOLE at saka ang OWA, na protektahan ang ating mga Filipino seafarers habang nasa prosesong iyan ng repatriation and reintegration. And lastly pala, speaking of reintegration, dahil nitong pandemic nga, nitong quarantine globally, ay yung ibang mga kababayan nating OFW, pati mga Rino, ay pilit na pinauuwi. Kaya nanawagan din po ako dun sa reintegration program na tinatawag naming Balik Bayani program. So para sa ating mga OFWs na in partnership sa mga local government units, ang DOLE at saka ang OWA ay makikipagtrabaho para hanapan ng ibang trabaho at hanap buhay yung ating mga OFWs habang nandirito pa sila at habang posibleng hindi pa sila kaagad makakabalik sa kanilang host countries. So in short po, yun yung mga main features ng Magna Carta of Seafarers na bill.
Nice. Attorney.
Sen, gusto ko lang sana i-clarify regarding dun sa Magna Carta na mention mo na para sa mga seafarers natin yon. And kasama po ba dito sa batas kung meron pong specific profession na like may isang department na parang kumbaga sila ang nakatalagka na mag-implement ng mga measures at lahat na itong provision na nakalagay dito sa Magna Carta na to?
Sa ngayon, attorney, wala pa po kaming nako-contemplate
Or
na
POA pa rin po?
department. Sa ngayon, POEA with DOLE and OWA. Pero since papasok pa naman ito sa period ng committee hearing and then bago sa plenary interpellation and amendments, by all means, open pa rin ako at I'm sure magiging bukas yung Senate committee na lalong i-improve ito. Lalo na't katrabaho ko yung mga seafarers organizations and I would welcome more inputs from more stakeholders.
Thank you po,
Meron
Don.
po.
Saka po, isa pa po siguro. Sorry. Isa pa po siguro, kasi parang matagal na issue kasi yung yung pag-handle ng mga cases ng ating mga seafarers. Dito po din sa batas na bato, retained pa din sa NLRC o magkakaroon na isang parang court na mag-hear ng ating mga cases sa mga seafarers natin.
That's a good idea. Nino-note down ko po sa notes ko, homework to work on further. Hindi po kami nagko-contemplate sa bill sa ngayon po ng paglikha ng mga bagong ahensya. Pero I'm noting this down kasi baka magandang i-discuss nga natin sa ating courts kung meron silang either lilikha ba sila ng bagong court or mag-a-assign ba sila ng existing court na titignan itong mga kaso para maayos at hanggat maaari mas mabilis na ma-resolve yung mga kaso. Of course, as you pointed out po, attorney, hindi nawawala yung obligasyon pa rin ng NLRC. Pero noted po yung tanong nyo yan. I'll work on it further po.
Thank you po.
Opo. Kasi Senator, kasi pwede po siguro namin mailapit din sa inyo ngayon kasi speaking of repatriation, every month we have a cycle po sa industry and we deploy around 50,000 seafarers abroad. So, yung cycle po na ikot kasi kailangan po mag-crew change dahil hindi naman po natin pwedeng patagalin masyado yung mga seafarers natin sa barko dahil they will be sa fatigue. So, ngayon po na nagkaroon ng quarantine, yung cycle po na yan, parang ventilador niligaw mo ng ganyan, nag-break.
Yes.
So, yun lang po sana kung pwede pong matulungan niyo po kami na maidulog dun po na sa mga kailangan na government agencies. Na kung pwede po tulungan po kami na ma-continue yun kasi po kung hindi po kami makakasupply ng mga seafarers, marami pong seafarers mawawalan po talaga ng trabaho dahil may yung ibang mga competitors po natin like halimbawa Vietnam, Indonesia, they're not having the same problems we do.
True. And sayang naman kasi in a way, ang mga Filipino seafarers ngayon ay mayroon niyang competitive advantage globally. Sinasabi talagang tayo yung isang majority presence sa lahat ng mga barko sa buong mundo, no? Flying whatever flag. So noted din po yan, Miss Arian, nanawagan na rin po ako earlier sa ating mga otoridad na in preparation sa panahon na lalo na kung nakapag-develop na ng vaccine, kapag may universal vaccination na laban sa COVID-19, medyo makaka-normalize ulit yung pagsasampa sa barko at pagpapalaot ng mga barko sa buong mundo. In preparation for that, i-observe din ano yung mga magiging international protocols, pati bilateral protocols ng mga receiving countries ng ating mga marino in terms of the health protocols na kailangan ma-observe natin ngayon pa lamang para pagdating ng panahon na mag-normalize ulit yung lahat ng sinasabi niyo, yung 50-day na paglalagi sa barko and then yung shifting na ganun, na magka-qualify yung ating mga marino at hindi magkakaroon ng dagdag pang delay. So ngayon pa lang, kailangan alamin natin yung mga yun at paghandaan na natin.
Opo. And may tanong po ba kayo? Kasi may tanong pa rin ako.
Go ahead before I start on a mental health issue for that particular sector.
No, go ahead.
All right. From a mental health perspective, in terms of family systems for people who work on OFW, the challenge is really about keeping the family together. Yes. And the family system as it develops, the Filipino family system, as it develops as a unifying force to strengthen the kids and to strengthen the children as they grow up. The minute you have people the families going overseas, working overseas, the sense of parenting and the acknowledgement of the child as he sees his father or mother changes, and therefore the family dynamic changes. In the laws for the OFWs, has that been accounted for?
Partly, Doktora. Kasi gaya ng binanggit ni Ms. Arian at the start, dun sa Expanded Solo Parents Welfare Bill, pinopropose namin, isama sa definition ng solo parents, yung spouse ng medium or low-skilled OFW who has been abroad for 12 months straight. Kasi kahit na dalawa pa rin silang magulang, so they're co-parenting, raising the child, kahit two-income family pa sila, pero as you were pointing out, ang taas ng social cost na binabayaran ng Filipino family in terms of labor migration, cost dun sa spouse or sa partner, cost din dun sa bata. So, in a way, in a sideways way, sa pamamagitan ng pagsama sana sa OFW spouses dun sa definition ng solo parents, that's one way we think of helping. Of course, tama rin naman that's just a financial support. But we're also proposing other additional discounts and benefits for solo parents. I guess in the long run po yung the way na mas mabibigyan talaga ng alternative yung mga current OFW families ay kung makalikha pa tayo ng mas maraming decenteng trabaho dito sa Pilipinas. So that overseas work is not the only or just the best option para sa mga pamilya. There are other good alternatives here at home. And then, syempre, andun pa rin naman yung ating Department of Foreign Affairs for us Filipinos na pipiliin pa rin magtrabaho abroad. Andun pa rin yung ating mga embassies and consulates na we're looking to them na siguruhin yung welfare at yung karapatan ng mga overseas Filipinos, especially overseas Filipino workers. So through bilateral treaties at saka yung pag-ayuda dun sa mga Pinoy kapag we get into trouble in our host countries.
How are we making them more competitive? So in order for them to generate more funds when they're abroad, or to generate more income when they're abroad, given that the salaries from different countries vis-a-vis the salaries of the OFWs we have has a large disparity.
Yun na nga eh. Matagal na sama ng loob talaga yan ng ating mga kababayan abroad. And then another layer ng disparity, yung wage disparity between women and men. So
Yes.
hindi lang natin challenge, di ba, Doktora? It's not just a challenge here in the Philippines, pati abroad. And pati yung mga foreign women na nakakasalamuhan ng ating mga kapwa Pinay abroad, they're also facing that challenge in their own domestic culture. So all around the world. Kaya ano yan, laging top of mind issue na ipinaglalaban ng labor movement dito and abroad, and pati ng women labor. No? They're also struggling with that issue kahit sa mga kapwa unionista nila na lalaki. And the same sa mga kapwa babae natin in migrant workers organization. So it's really an historic problem, and we have to keep on working at it. Ngayon, there's a third layer of difficulty, pandemic pa. So ang daming, di ba, sinasabi ng mga economists, nasisira yung mga tinatawag nilang supply chain. It's affecting jobs, it's affecting prices, it's affecting availability of products and services, at yung kakayahan ng mga pamilya to actually buy and afford these or pay for these. So, sorry, ang haba ng sagot ko, but your question is really one of the question ng buhay natin. It's a major question.
Would you like to comment on that, price, that increase in tax that they were talking about that was retracted?
Increase in which tax?
The OFW additional money that they were supposed to pay. Was, yes. How was that? What was that about, and why was it retracted?
PhilHealth.
PhilHealth.
It's the PhilHealth premium. So, well, when that came out, nanawagan ako sa DOH at sa PhilHealth, pareho, na i-review ulit yung implementing rules and regulations ng Universal Healthcare Law. Kasi kailangan i-consider ng maayos yung naging hinaing ng ating mga OFWs. And minungkahi ko na konsultahin ulit. If they were consulted before, the DOH and PhilHealth has to consult again the OFWs about this law, and kailangan ang mga overseas Filipino workers natin kasama sa desisyon tungkol sa panukalang yan. And in addition, not just consult OFWs in general, pero dapat may representante yung bawat uri ng OFW, kasi hindi naman pare-pareho yung sitwasyon ng ating mga OFs. Iba ang sitwasyon, may uniqueness ang sea-based, yung mga seafarers natin. Iba-iba rin ang sitwasyon ng iba't ibang land-based OFWs natin across different kinds of work. And last but not the least, about that, yung sa babayarang premium ng overseas members ng PhilHealth, nanawagan ako na i-convene na kaagad yung oversight committee for the UHC law para siguruhin yung oversight committee na maayos ngang i-review ng PhilHealth yung IRRs, ng UHC law, and maayos na maimplementa yung batas, kasi dapat maimplementa yan na hindi magkakaroon ng parwisyo kanino man, whether OFW or not, whether Marino or not. Yun.
Senator, gustong-gusto ko yung sinabi niyo na sana may representation ang bawat kasi I think marami pong mambabatas hindi nila alam na yung land-based tsaka sea-based magkaiba po. Meron sistema na ang sea-based. Meron po kami and we follow po yung sa IMO. We have other international laws na sinusunod. Kaya po actually may mga ibang seafarers na medyo sumama ang loob dahil hindi sila nasama po dun sa halimbawa yung sa fund po ng isang agency na itago na lang po natin sa pangalang OWA na hindi po sila na parang pakiramdam nila yung land-based lang. Land-based lang po yung parang mas nabigyan ng yung land-based. Samantalang ang mga seafarers po talagang nagbibigay din po ng contribution sa mga dun nga po sa OWA.
That's very well taken, Miss Ariane. And Well, I believe may mga colleagues ako sa Senado, kasama na yung chair ng aming Senate Committee on Labor, si Sen Joel, and I believe mga counterparts namin sa House na mayroon din na natututo na rin ito tulad ko, ma-appreciate yung uniqueness ng sea-based at saka ng land-based work, and therefore dapat yung pagiging partikular na mga batas na gagawin namin or aamyendahan namin para sa seafarers. And well, ni-note ko rin about OWA kasi pwede ko rin banggitin ito kapag nakita ko ulit si OWA Administrator Hans Kakdak sa mga labor fora. Kasi for one, napansin ko isa siya sa matagal nang he really tries to be responsive dun sa concerns ng mga OFWs natin, whether sea-based or land-based. So, i-bring up ko rin po ito sa kanyang attention.
Thank you po, Senator. Attorney, may dadagdag ka yata.
Yeah, gusto ko lang siguro mag-comment. Natutuwa ako dun sa mga listahan kanina or na-mention ni area ng mga batas kasi kahit sa title pala makikita mo na dikit-dikit siya. Like yung sa, of course, di ba, sa yung maritime, sa mga seafarers na bill or seafarers bill. Tapos may mental health na pwede mo din ipasok kasi pwede consider din na hindi simple na porket nag-abroad ka maayos yung condition ng financially nakakalimutan yata yung pagdating sa mental health ng ating mga OFW and then of course sa seafarers, especially yung mga seafarers natin. At hindi lang yung sa seafarers, pati yung family nila kasi magkaibang-iba nga sila sa land-based, yung sitwasyon nila, yung condition nila. Tapos na-mention nyo din po kanina na yung tungkol sa solo parent welfare bill na sinasabi mo na 12 pagka nasa more than 12 months abroad. Yung sa seafarer kasi alam natin na less than 12 months lang lagi ang kontrata nila. So talagang baka makonsider din kasi OFW rin sila at hindi porket less than 12 months yung contract nila, hindi rin sila nag-suffer doon sa hindi rin importante yung mental health and then hindi rin importante yung i-consider yung welfare ng mga naiiwan na spouses dito. So, yun lang po siguro kasi napansin na nakita ko nga kanina na mention nyo na yung solo parent act pwedeng isama yung mga spouses na yung spouse is working for more than 12 months abroad. Sa seafarer po kasi hindi siya, In fact, sa kontrata po ng ating mga seafarers, hindi po allowed yung more than 12 months.
Right.
Basically, because of the nature of the job.
Right.
So, but then, it doesn't mean na yung spouses nila dito is hindi nagsasuffer or hindi nangangailangan ng katulad na welfare na hinihingi or kailangan ng mga nasa land base or dun sa mga nagtatrabaho for more than 12 months. So, baka po pwedeng makonsider rin yun kasi yun nga. So, talagang pag titingnan mo kasi pang parehas lang sila OFW, pero tama, maraming differences. Marami po talaga na kailangan i-consider.
Yun. Very well taken po, Attorney Carmen. Note ko yun. Yes.
Yeah, yun lang. Pero yun, natutuwa ako kasi yung mga bill na pinopost niyo po, nakita ko na dikit-dikit siya. So, it doesn't mean na pag naipasa yung isa, okay na yung iba. Na makikita mo na meron pa rin pala na kailangan idagdag. Kasi kahit siguro hindi mako-cover yung certain sector, dun sa batas, may papasok siya. Dahil tapos applicable din siya para sa ibang sectors. So kaya hindi siya, it doesn't mean na nandoon siya sa isang batas.
Sinabi niyo yan.
Yeah. Yun lang po.
Gusto ko talaga yung sinabi niyo yun na konektado yung mga batas. I mean, as legislators, dapat tinitingnan talaga namin ano ba yung buong policy framework at paano nagko-complement sa isa't isa. Hindi nagkokontrahan, hindi naglalabanan, hindi nagbabawasan one from the other. Pero talagang natuwa ako kasi I was thinking na siguro kaya importante rin sa atin na konektado lahat. It's something about the way we've been socialized as women. I don't think exclusive lang sa atin kasi naniniwala ako yung strength and yung caring parehong may potential sa lahat ng tao. And we see the same caring potential in men. It's just that sa ngayon, the way we raise our kids, the way we raise our families, parang nahahati eh. Mas yung caring, mas sinosocialize natin sa mga anak nating babae, yung strength, mas sa mga lalaki, when it's actually present in both. Pero yung isang maganda dun sa kapag develop yung caring aspect, sabihin natin, hindi lang namang individual, ng legislative process na, among women but also hopefully among men, siguro mas may potential na maging ganon, maging mas cohesive yung isang legislative framework at mas magkaroon tayo ng mata to see how pwede ngang mag-connect-connecta at magsuportahan yung iba't ibang batas.
Connect nga. Senator, I have a question for you. Naiya akong itanong sa inyo. Itatanong ko pa rin kasi medyo makapal ang face ko. Kasi, you know, my dad is a union leader. He's a maritime union leader. And he's the one who started, siya po yung nag-start ng tinig ng United Filipino Seafarers and yung newspaper po na Tinig ng Marino. And, you know, growing up, syempre as a, from child, nakasama niya po ko dati pag halimbawa sa mga opisina, yung mga pag may kausap po siya mga seafarers, ganyan. Tapos, as a teenager, syempre, I also went to the rebellious stage. Pero, all those years, I've seen how he has really worked so hard to protect and defend our seafarers. But then, minsan, lalo na ngayon sa Facebook, I think yung, minsan may lumalabas na mga kwento na alam ko namang hindi totoo pero masakit kasi tungkol sa tatay ko. I think fake news is another way of calling it chismis like that is like instigated by someone. And I've been really curious kasi like I'll be honest with you, Senator, when we announced it, we also got backlash. We had positive comments, we had negative comments. How do you know, since you're the author of the mental health bill, how do you as a person, knowing na the people that you are protecting and fighting for are sometimes also the ones who turn against you? I mean, considering that you are not only a senator, you're also a mother, you're also a daughter. Most importantly, you are also a human being. And people can be really ruthless. How do you cope with that?
Well, minsan mahirap talaga. But for one, I just try to keep my eye on the ball na ano ba itong trabahong ginagawa ko? Why am I doing it? And not just me, why are we all doing the work that we believe in and that we love? And then, naalala ko pa nung bago pa yung mga social media eh. Ako noon, tuwan-tuwa rin ako dun. For me, it was such a safe space. It was a happy space. Para sa akin, nung nagsimula, ang social media ay a place to reunite with old classmates, to keep in touch with relatives na malayo na rin dito sa Pilipinas or kahit sa Manila. It was a place to virtually meet new people na may similar advocacies. Pero I've noticed the past years din, parang may death of civility online. So, ang daming nagkaroon ng toxic na elements o ng mga atmosphere sa social media. And worst of all, social media has also become a space, yun na nga, for fake news, even for trolling, etc. So, ako naman, Ms. Ariane, I'm never for censorship. Kaya sa social media, para sa akin, dapat ang maibalik is self-regulation by our moderators and by each one of us bilang mga netizens na ma-internalize natin ulit ano ba yung tamang asal at ugali sa isa't isa online, and we reinforce that and check that in each other. Kasi itong social media, democratic space din ito eh. So I really think we need to bring back social media as a space for discussion, for debate, pero laging may mutual respect, and it's off limits to lies, to violence. Sobrang off the cuff, pero speaking from experience, that's how I feel about social media and how we should take it back.
Susie, you want to add something?
I was just going to input that the reason why the reaction in social media is that way is because it's sort of separate from us. It is part of a group. It becomes a group mentality, and it becomes an intergroup, my group versus your group. And when that individuality or that uniqueness or that personhood is disappears because you're one of a group, then the creation of that kind of enemy space becomes apparent or becomes possible from a social psychology dynamic perspective.
Very
It
interesting.
becomes group.
So, kailangan ma-rediscover yung individuals then.
Yes, you need to recognize the individuals, to see individuals as their uniqueness, and that they are not only one thought, but they are several things at the same time. The reason why they do that in social media is because the uniqueness is gone or not as evident, and therefore they feel safer. Ergo, the response.
Yeah, at saka like especially I think now ang daming parang galit sa mundo. Maraming galit kasi I think syempre, with all the uncertainties na nangyayari with the pandemic, and I think it is really, I think like especially for those especially with children, it's really important to instill na yung moral compass natin, masunod natin, that we are very clear with our moral purpose and our moral compass kung saan tayo, kung ano yung tama, kung ano yung mali. Kasi fear can cause a lot of kahit 'di ba sa Star Wars nga 'di ba si Anakin Skywalker, it was because of fear that he went to the dark side. Fear causes a lot of rash and irrational decisions. For me lang po. And I think this is why we have to make it clear kung ano yung morally right for us, and we have to make clear kung ano yung nasan tayo sa moral compass natin. Isabel, nag-freeze na naman si Isabel. Andrea, you wanna say something?
Yeah, and I totally agree regarding the social media. Kasi yung platform talaga is, there's advantage and disadvantage of using it. And ang important lang talaga is, you have to apply yung 90-10 principle na sinasabi nila. That 10% of life is made up of what happens to you. So kung ano man yung makita mo sa social media, is it positive or not, it is just 10%, and the 90% still depends on how you react or respond on it. So tama yung sinabi mo, Arya, na you really have to yung moral compass, you really have to know kung ano ba talaga yung tama at mali in what you're following or what you're advocating. So yun, that's my piece of
insight. All right.
Yeah. So, all right. Any last messages, ladies, and before we ask Senator Hontiveros?
Yeah, I would just like to thank Senator lang regarding sa mga very insightful na binigay niyang mga bills na naka-line up for our OFWs or seafarers, and also dun sa solo parent. Marami rin kasi akong friends na seafarer, and at the same time mga solo parent din sila. So I know yung hirap na dinadaanan din nila when it comes na mag-work sila sa barko and they will going to leave their kids here. So yung impact din sa kanila mentally and also emotionally. And ngayon na nandito tayo sa stage ng crisis or pandemic, hearing those words na meron palang mga bills or mga proposals na for them, for sure relieving them for them yun. Kaya thank you po.
Isabel, Matagal kang nawala. Nag-OFW ka ba? Joke.
I'm so sorry, the internet today dahil sa bagyo is not cooperating with me. Yeah, but what I've been able to catch, it's been so interesting so far. Thank you, and thank you, Senator, for everything that you continue to do. Appreciate it.
Senator, thank you so much
Ariane,
for your time.
are you there?
Yes. Yes, I'm here. Yeah. I'm really thankful not only for your time for us today kasi alam ko na we're just new. We're not a big show, we're not famous, but you gave us time. And that really means a lot to me. Yes. And a lot to us. And thank you for always fighting for women's rights and children's rights and our rights, for always being brave enough to face everything. I'll give you a virtual hug.
Oh, how sweet.
There you
Group
go.
hug, kahit online, virtual hug.
Group hug.
We're all doing this all together, and maraming salamat din for inviting me to join you on the show, and through you to join with our kababayans abroad, and yung mga, lalo na yung mga kapwa babae natin abroad as well, and here in the Philippines, mga kabaro natin. I hope yung mga Marino natin who are listening or who chatted in, stay safe po kayo kahit ito may bagyong ambo ngayon. You're bringing the pride of the Philippines as an archipelago all over the planet, sa lahat ng karagatan ng planeta natin. And then of course, lastly, Miss Ariane, through you, virtual hugs din sa lahat ng mga kapwa babae who are participating in this program. As a fellow woman, I know how many dreams we have for our children, our families, para sa ating bayan. So sana tuloy-tuloy lang yung pagkakaisa natin. You know, working out, even if there are problems, there are disagreements, pero alam ko marami ring areas of common concern at kaya nating to materialize those, to make them a reality for our country. So salamat, ingat and stay healthy. Mabuhay po kayo.
Thank you.
Thank you. So tomorrow po, join us again. Join us again tomorrow po with the other Woman Up group. Kasama po natin si Jimmy Bondoc. So happy afternoon. Bed weather, matutulog po tayo ulit siguro. Ako matutulog ako ulit. So see you tomorrow and Woman Up!
Woman Up!
Woman Up!
Thank you!
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Thanks.
Bye.
Bye.